the Tigers. East meets West as the Deep South's oldest rivalry set for another go-round next. 92,000 plus between the hedges tonight as 9th-ranked Auburn travels here into Athens to take on the 15th-ranked Bulldogs of Georgia. Corey Grant and Ricardo Lewis will be back on the other end. Here we go. The kick will carry to the 1-yard line to Corey Grant. And he's got a seam. Ooh, knocked down at the 30 here. Might have been gone.
Marshall, very dangerous to contain him.
He'll throw for it. 3 swing passes in a row, and they're going to get the first down. That's Rock Thomas, the freshman, knocked out of bounds, but he picks up the first.
Interesting. 3.
They're coming after Marshall here. He gets the pass away, and this one's caught. Uzama with a first down catch.
Uzama playing out
here on 3rd down. And Marshall will do it himself. And he got the first, and he got a bunch more. Pickup of 9 before
perimeter.
School record for the quarterbacks for Auburn in 100-yard games. Artis Payne follows his blockers beautifully, heads to the sideline and the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. You talk about the fast start they wanted, they got it. The point after. And a quiet crowd at Sanford Stadium.
After one play.
Well, Nick Chubb, who's done a great job in his absence, gets the carry. And Chubb doing what he's done for the 4 games that Gurley's been out.
4 games was 143.
He got 11 on the first touch of the night for him. Quick throw out to Chris Conley. Conley got a nice block, and he got the edge. And he's out to midfield and now into Tiger territory down to the 47-yard line.
Beautiful block by Bennett, the other wide receiver.
Todd Gurley waiting to see who he's going to have to pick up on the rush. And Mason's going deep. Man there. Got him. No, he dropped it. McKenzie had it. It would have been a touchdown. The punting game has been a sore spot for Georgia all season long. And their punting game has been not the greatest this year. It's a little better kick. At least it hangs it up there, and he dropped it. And Georgia's got it, I think. Lucas Red was the first guy down there that appeared to have covered it. And finally we get the official signal. Georgia ball.
Well, I think what happened to it.
3rd and goal. Mason fires a slant. Got him. Mitchell, touchdown. Malcolm Mitchell. Up and good. 2:15 remaining.
A little bit more in our passing game.
3rd and 16. They're going to throw a little slip screen out to the outside. Leonard Floyd was waiting for that one. He's still going to make the tackle, I think.
Great individual play by Floyd.
Got him twice. Didn't bring him down.
Higher season coming into tonight.
Nick Chubb will take his place, and Nick Chubb will get the carry, and he is hard to bring down, and he's got a first down. Well, dude runs over more guys than most 50-pound middle linebacker that can move. They toss it to him here. Chubb follows his fullback. There goes 10 more. There goes 12 more. That's why he's one of our impact players tonight.
You know, it was cool about your starter suspended for 4 games, then came back and played only special teams.
Here's Chubb, broke a tackle. Chubb inside the 25, dragging Jermaine Whitehead with him to the sideline. Another 9. Conley is the guy to the top. Mason flushed out of the pocket. Trying to extend the play, lobbed it down there. It's caught by Mitchell, but he's short of the first down. Maybe they're trying to make him draw him off sides. Nope, it's Chubb. And it's Nick Chubb to the end zone. Touchdown.
Greg Pike.
51. That's the center, David Andrews, for Georgia, one of their captains and one of their leaders, showing how fired up
tonight for Auburn that they've had 3rd down and 3 or less. I mean, that is high percentage stuff.
And this is the quarterback all the way. Marshall is going to go down before he can even get to the line of scrimmage. Marlo Herrera again in on the tackle.
All three linebackers. Herrera was there. You can't let too many of those chances go by the wayside.
Oh, and a punt that almost was blocked, and the flag comes down. They're going to rough the punter here, and he's just so lucky he got that off. He's not feeling too good about it right now.
I don't know how he did get it off. I mean, that looked like an absolute sure block.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker.
Gray King was in there. And of course, there was Keith Marshall, who has missed the last 6 games with an ankle and knee injuries.
Bennett got a first down. Michael Bennett, senior out of Alpharetta, goes for 13. Back in. Chubb goes out from the 26. And it's Todd Gurley straight up the middle. About 12 before they bring him down. So Hudson Mason's left. And Malcolm Mitchell down to the bottom of the screen. Pump fake. And the throw to the corner. And bobbled and incomplete. Conley again had his hands on it. Jonathan Jones was there covering.
Jonathan Jones.
3 more on the board from 32 yards away. Kick is up and good. And the half comes to a close. Georgia up 10 as we check in with Holly. Yard line. Nice play fake, bootleg throw, and complete to Bennett. Lost the ball out of bounds, but taken out.
With that big brace on his elbow.
Here he comes. Broke a tackle. Still not down, but they run him out of bounds. Remarkable, especially for a freshman. He'll get it again. Got a first down and more. And Chubb rumbles his way down inside the 40.
And again, this is what Georgia likes to do. Pound on you, wear you down with their run game.
And Chubb again behind David Andrews. 93 for Chubb so far. And here he comes again. And there he goes again. Chubb inside the 20, dragging Whitehead to the 10. $20 more. See the fullback, Gurley, the tailback in the eye from the 6-yard line. Gurley down to the 2. Third down and 2. The toss to him. Gurley heading to the end zone, untouched. Touchdown, Georgia. He's been. Extra point is good. 7
in a little bit more desperate situation.
And they're going to have to definitely do what Gus told Holly, and that's try to fire on all cylinders every time they have it, because they're down 3 scores, and Nick Marshall starts it off well with a. He's going to run for it, but he won't get anywhere near. Only about a yard gain. Leonard Floyd is there. They fake the end around. Marshall running out of time. Incomplete. The Dogs take over on downs.
Boy, they had Uzama covered, double covered. Both line point. The Georgia offense and the running game has controlled things.
Here's a middle screen to Chubb. Nick Chubb, first down, 25, maybe gone. Whoa, collision at the 10. Get a license plate number. Touchdown.
No way.
Ball carrier stepped out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Be 1st and 10 from the 11. Please set the game clock to 2:31.
Well, it's a 1. They're going to empty the backfield. Mason throws incomplete. Intended for Malcolm Mitchell.
Not sure what Hudson was looking for there. Even if it's completion, it's short there by the Auburn defense on 3rd down.
With a minute to go in the 3rd quarter, Georgia tacks on 3 more of the 3rd quarter. Corey Grant joins Marshall. He play fakes it there and throws it right back to him. And good pickup on that one of 15 for a first down to
Boyd and Wilson and Herrera.
Second down, 16. They fake it to Grant. Marshall deep in the middle again. Got it complete. Uzama.
His break into an opening.
Corey Grant, and Grant popped out the backside of a pileup and got 9 yards.
And you're out of the end zone.
This is probably 2-down territory no matter what happens. Marshall fires, goal line broken up. Intended for Coates, and it was Sanders again there defensively. Marshall flushed out of the pocket. Throws back across his body, and it's intercepted by Herrera. On 3rd down and 3, let's see if number 3 gets it. And he's got a big gainer. Todd Gurley all the way out to the 40.
Well, this is
including 3 touchdowns. He gets a breather here, and Nick Chubb comes in for him. Mason, play action. Quavon Hicks wide open. And give the fullback tight end a little sugar.
Yeah, that's throwing the dog a bone because
that kind of speed. They started this drive at their own 2-yard line with that interception. They've worked it inside the Auburn 30. Chubb again going wide. Still on his feet. First down. This drive has taken 6 minutes. Todd Gurley, first down.
Well, the Georgia rushing game has been impressive. Now so far 9 runs, only 1 short pass. Here's the 10th run.
Chubb. Nick Chubb gets away from everybody to the end zone. Touchdown. What a night. In for the point after. They started their drive at their own 2-yard line following ball. Johnson down the middle, complete. That's going to be one of their bigger gains of the night. Melvin Ray on the receiving end of that one. Jeremy Pruitt's. And Tuesday night we'll find out the new rankings. This is pretty impressive. There's another fumble. Georgia's going to cover it. That'll be the 3rd turnover of the night suffered by Auburn. This crowd is room with this one in hand. And Douglas, nice job bouncing off, picking up positive yardage, and that should just about do it.
Well,
Georgia goes to 6-2. Their hopes for a trip to Atlanta for the SEC title game very much alive. They just need some help somewhere along the line. Tonight their help came in the form of the return of Todd Gurley, a great defensive performance, and then Nick Chubb. Pretty resounding victory for the Dogs. Charleston Southern, the SEC Network, and then Georgia Tech in Atlanta, which will be a dandy when those two get together as well. 34-7, the final from Athens. Georgia goes to 8-2, 6-2 in the SEC. For Todd Blackledge, Holly Rowe, our entire ESPN crew, Brad Nessler, Between the Hedges. Good night.